If you are slaving yourself and doing hours and hours of cardio, thinking that it's actually going to help you shred fat, then this video is for you. I'm going to give you the absolute truth when it comes to cardio and why so many people are making these crucial mistakes on their fat loss journey. So let's get started. All right, so one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people are making when it comes to cardio is that they think that doing hours and hours of cardio and just slaving over the machine is actually what shreds fat. And this could not be further from the truth. Guys, the cardio that you're doing is not what's actually shredding fat. What actually shreds fat, and the only way that you can possibly lose fat, is by being in what is called a calorie deficit. And this means that you are bringing in less calories than your body is actually burning. This is what puts you in a calorie deficit, which actually causes fat loss. It is not the cardio. For example, let's say that you have a maintenance calorie level of 2,500, right? So that means if you eat 2,500 calories every day, you're not going to gain weight and you're not going to lose weight. However, if you actually eat 2,000 calories every day, this puts you in a 500 calorie deficit, and you're actually going to lose 1 pound of fat per week on average. And that is with no cardio whatsoever. Calorie deficit is all that matters, guys, when it actually comes to losing fat. It is not the cardio. You could go to the gym and do 2 hours of cardio and burn 1,000 calories. But then if you end up going home and because you burned yourself out on cardio so much, you just start eating a bunch of food and now you're actually 1,000 calories over your maintenance level, well, all that cardio that you ended up doing at the gym now was completely pointless because now you're 1,000 above and you're going to end up gaining fat when you just slaved yourself over cardio all day. So that is one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people are making, guys, when it comes to fat loss and when it comes to cardio. They're doing too much and not actually understanding that the calorie deficit is what actually determines if you are going to lose fat. So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing when it comes to cardio, guys, that you need to know, and this actually goes along with the first point as well, and it's that cardio is a tool. It is not an absolute necessity. You do not absolutely have to do cardio. It is only a tool to just make sure that you hit your calorie deficit and that you can actually lose fat each and every week. That's all it's for. Because each day is going to be different, right? You're going to have some days where you might be a little bit hungrier than others, and you're going to have some days where you might be a little bit less hungry than others. So the way that cardio can actually come in handy in these situations is that let's say you have a day where you're a little bit hungrier than normal, right? Now we'll go back to our first example. We have a 2,500 calorie maintenance. And let's say we're pretty hungry, so we want to actually eat a full 2,500 calories. We don't want to eat the 2,000 calories that actually puts us in a deficit. We want to consume a full 2,500 calories. Now, if that's the case, but we still want to lose weight on the day, then we can implement cardio. We could do, say, 15, 20, 25 minutes of cardio and burn, say, like 100, 150 calories, right? Let's say we burn 150 calories. Even though we consume 2,500, we'll finish the day at around 2350, which still puts us in a deficit for the day. Sure, we're not at a perfect 2,000, but we're still going to be losing weight for that day. And over the course of the week, it's going to end up averaging out anyway, and we're still going to be in a calorie deficit and still going to be able to lose fat each and every week. So that's the way that you actually implement cardio into your routine. You don't want to go to the gym and just slave over hours and hours of cardio, guys. Like I see too many people slaving over the bike machine or slaving over trying to do like a bunch of HIIT cardio, which is just absolutely ridiculous. You're doing too much taxing on your body, guys. Keep it simple. You want to actually do something that is sustainable. And doing a bunch of cardio or going out there and running, a bunch of miles or walking a bunch of miles, it's just absolutely not necessary, guys. Keep it simple. You don't have to be so taxing on your body and make it so that you just feel like giving up and not even sticking with your diet and workout regimen, right? And I know a lot of you guys probably feel that way. You probably feel like, oh man, I just hopped on, this diet. I just hopped on this workout regimen and now I'm doing so many hours of cardio and I hate it and I just feel like giving up and I don't want to do it anymore. Take it easy, relax. You don't have to do that much cardio. Just make sure that you're staying in that calorie deficit and you're gonna be good to go, and just pick your spots to implement some good cardio. So that leads us to our third point. And that is going to be, well, what type of cardio should we be doing, right? Let's say that, okay, we now know that we need to be in a calorie deficit to actually lose fat, and we don't need to do a crap ton of cardio. But what's the best type of cardio to do, and when should we actually do cardio? Should we do it before the workout, after the workout? Let's dive into that. So the best type of cardio to do, guys, and is actually going to be the easiest type of cardio to do, is really just going to be walking. And it's actually going to be walking on an incline treadmill. This is my favorite type of cardio to do, guys. It's just setting the incline to as high of an incline as you can go. Me personally, I like to put it on the max incline of 15, but if that's too much for you, just start wherever you are. You know, start it at 3 incline, 4 incline, 5 incline, wherever it is, right? And then just put it at a decent pace so that you can actually walk. And and it's actually pretty good because while you're walking, you can, turn on a video, listen to some music, watch a movie, watch a favorite TV show. And by the time that TV show ends, well, your cardio is all done, right? Or by the time a couple songs pass, your cardio is all done for the day and you're good to go. You didn't slave yourself over a cardio machine. All you did was just do some basic walking for say like 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes, and you're just gonna start burning calories very easily. Now, the best time to do this and what I recommend is going to be doing it after your workout. That means you could get to the gym, get a good pump in, and then just crank out about 15 to 20 minutes of a nice incline treadmill walk. You'll burn some calories and then go home and make sure that you stick into your calorie deficit, and you're gonna continue to lose fat each and every week. Pretty simple. Now, another tip that you can do is you can break it up into 2. You could do, say, 10 minutes before your workout, and you could do, say, 10 or 15 minutes after your workout. I like to do this as well because it gives me a nice 10-minute warm up, and then it kind of gives me like a 10 to 15 minute cool down, and then we're good to go. Cardio is hit, calories are burned, and I'm able to maintain my deficit pretty easily. Now, here are some crucial tips that you want to make sure that you're doing when you are actually doing cardio. Firstly, you want to make sure that you are not hanging on the rails when you're doing your cardio, guys. If you hang on the rails, you're actually not burning the amount of calories that the machine says that you're burning, because you're taking all the pressure off yourself by holding on to the rails. So don't hold on to the rails. If you're doing the treadmill, just stand straight up, no hands, and just walk. And you're gonna be good to go, and you're gonna burn a good amount of calories, guys. And that is all you need to know in a nutshell, guys, when it comes to cardio and how that actually affects fat loss. Now, if you want to know the step-by-step process when it comes to building an attractive and aesthetic physique, then you definitely want to click the link in the description for my Hollywood workout program. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, go ahead, hit the like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna be back with a bunch of other videos on fat loss, muscle building, and how to build your most attractive physique. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to know how women actually treat you differently once you start to build an attractive physique, then you definitely want to click the video on screen. God bless.